Tonight's special report is a cautionary warning during this season of giving. KTVU's Rita Williams spent 4 months investigating an organized group collecting donations outside of Bay Area stores. And we learned they're padding their pockets, but not for the charity they say they represent.
You have a good day.
Giver beware. You give, but where does your money go? How do you know?
Do you feel bad that you're collecting under false pretenses? If you're legitimate, why are you running away?
We taped this woman who calls herself Dee, collecting money in San Jose for Rosalie House. What she told our producer in this undercover video was a shelter for homeless or battered women and children.
What shelter do you use it for? For Rosalie's House, for battered women and children.
Oh, where's that?
Huh?
Where's that?
It's in Santa Clara County.
She's conning people. She's a con artist, and people are thinking they're giving money to a worthy cause.
That's why this shopper contacted us. We watched Dee arrive before dawn to get a spot in front of a coveted Target store and stay until well after dark. We saw people give her money, lots of it. In return, she gave them a sucker. How much have you given to Rosalie House?
I'd say maybe $10, $15. I mean, we don't have a lot to give.
For 4 months, we dug deeper and found the story was much bigger than this one woman. What appears to be a ring right out of a Dickens novel, operating for at least 2 years.
I know it's a scam.
Navy veteran Dean Harvey says a year and a half ago he was homeless in San Jose and recruited by the same folks.
On the collections, it's a 60-40 split.
You get 40, they get 60.
You get 60, they get 40.
With zero left for the charities he says are non-existent.
I was hungry and I was broke, but I wasn't that broke.
We visited the real Rosalie House in San Francisco, spelled slightly different, for survivors of domestic violence. Folks there said they have great need and the street solicitors are robbing them of donations. They complained to Target and the district attorney in San Jose, but nothing happened.
It's frustrating to not be able to have somebody handle it in an appropriate manner.
Target and other stores put up signs warning customers not to give.
I came in and asked the management about it. I said, who is this lady and why is she out here? They said they don't want her, so they said call the cops, and I did.
Did the police come?
No.
San Jose police spokesman Albert Morales used to work in fraud. He says the unit's gone from 8 to 2 detectives investigating 4,600 cases a year.
You know what, I spent probably the most amount of hours on a fraud case, only to come to find out that the punishment they received was far less than some violent criminal received. And they got away with a lot more money.
Street officers don't check to see if the tax ID number of the alleged charity is valid. In this case, it isn't. The number is for a city business license you get online. The person who runs the office told us the information you submit, even your name, is not verified. If they'd checked like we did at the location listed for Rosalie House, they'd find this motel and folks who say they've never heard of it.
Is it stealing?
I would say it is.
St. Joseph Catholic Church's Sharon Miller has spent 3 decades working with the homeless and domestic violence victims. So she was suspicious when she saw a man collecting for Rosalie House, not the one she knew in San Francisco. She called Willie McMillan at the number on the flyer to see if there was shelter space for one of her pregnant clients.
He said, well, we do work with individuals, we do get them into motels, but we're out of money now.
Willie? When I called Willie McMillan, he asked why I was picking on him, said he would call me back with his tax ID number and an attorney would call me. No one has.
What's the name of this charity?
As for Dee, when she saw us coming, she grabbed the money lockbox and suckers.
Can you ask Willie to come out here?
You are the boss, not me.
Willie's the boss, so you're talking to Willie?
Loaded them into her car, a B&W, and sped away, hitting a shopping cart as she went. In San Jose, Rita Williams, KTVU, Channel 2 News.